All right, 6th grade, we are going to be starting your disco ball painting. And I'm going to give everybody a piece of, this is called Bristol board. So this is like really nice paper, so you get one piece. So if you make any mistakes, you're just going to have to erase and restart. Make sure you put your name, first name, last name, room number on the side of it. And then I do have circle templates for everybody for their disco ball. So you can set that down on the paper first step and just quickly trace it. And then we're not going to cut them out until the very end, but our goal in this first step is to draw on all the mirrors of a disco ball. So you can see, like in this example, how I've done that already. So that's what we're trying to do here. So what you're going to do is you're going to start at the bottom of your disco ball with just a small curve. So don't worry about it being perfect. You're gonna end up painting over any major mistakes that maybe you have here, but it's gonna be great. And then you wanna leave about a 1-inch space, and then you're gonna add another curved line, and you're gonna do that the entire way up the disco ball. So feel free to turn your paper to the side if it's easier for you to do that, but you are gonna be freehanding these arches, trying to get them to be the same distance from each other. I know that that can be a little bit challenging when you're freehanding, so if you make some mistakes and you need to erase, that's what we have erasers for. All right, so now that I have that done, now we're gonna start with all of those separate little mirrors. And so I know that it looks complicated, but it's really very simple. It's really like you're drawing bricks, like on a brick wall. And the key here is we're gonna start in the center. And again, leaving your bricks about 1 inch apart, or your mirrors, I should say. So I'm just gonna start with one line right here. And the neater that you can do this, the easier it's gonna be for you to paint these whenever we get to that step. So if you have your lines, when you draw them, if you draw them and you go like way far into the next shape or into the next section, it's gonna start to be pretty confusing. So make sure that you're just drawing your lines like, you know, and staying in between the two lines that you're drawing in between, that you're meaning to put it in. And then you can kind of curve your line. Like, it doesn't have to be straight the entire time. You can kind of curve it as it goes this way. See what I mean by that on this example? So you can see like this line is straight up and down, and then by the time I get over to this one, it's like on an angle. So don't think too hard about that, but because the reason why we're doing this is because a disco ball is round, and if you just made them all straight up and down, it would look very odd. It wouldn't look like it was rounded, it would look flat. And so we're trying to create that illusion that we are painting something that is three-dimensional. And one of the ways that we are doing that is by curving our lines, right? And that's what we started with those arches. And now we're doing it with these lines going out. Okay, so it doesn't matter which way you go next, above or below, because you're gonna add these lines, these separate mirrors on all of the sections, and you want to put them in between. So instead of just continuing this like a brick wall, you're gonna go in between the previous mirror, and you're gonna continue this the whole way up and the whole way down. So yes, as you get further up the disco ball, these start to be more spaced out. And as you get further down the disco ball, they start to be closer together. And that is on purpose. Again, that's part of how this is going to look three-dimensional. That's not anything that you need to even think about. It just happens naturally if you are spacing these out accurately. So make sure you're taking your time and you are really looking in between the last rectangle on the last line. All right, so I have my mirrors all drawn out and it looks pretty great. If you want to flip this the other way and have it be painting it, looking at it like this, that's fine too.